Biblical Hebrew is a language that you are not familiar with. But actually, in the world, there is no such thing as a hard language. Because if a language is so hard, then no one can learn it, right? But even for those not very smart Israelites, they still learn Hebrew from their childhood, right? So actually, Biblical Hebrew is not a hard language. Welcome to the stage. Let's get the handout. And this is yours. Okay. So I just mentioned there's no hard language, but Biblical Hebrew is hard to learn because it's very different from English. But thanks to NGRE, you already learned those Hebrew alphabet and also the vowels. So I think now you are ready to learn the Biblical Hebrew. Today we are going to learn, you have this handout, right? So get this handout first. It's a lesson one, singular nouns and adjectives. Do you have the handout? Okay. 听你的通。So today we are going to learn Hebrew nouns. So you know what is noun, right? Noun is just something, maybe a man, a person, like son. But Hebrew noun is different from English noun because in Hebrew noun, every noun has its gender. Can be a male or female. In the grammatical term, it's called masculine or feminine. So if you refer to the handout I gave you, on the second line, it says gender, right? So M means male, masculine, like a man or boy. And F means feminine or female, like a lady or girl. So unlike in English, a Hebrew noun has its gender, can be a noun, can be a male or a female, or masculine or feminine. And also, it's similar to English. Like in English, if a noun is singular, we say maybe a boy, and more than one becomes boys, right? You add s the suffix n. And in the Hebrew, it also has different form for singular and the more and the plural, more than one. So I just let you know in this handout, I list three kind of characters like N, M, S. You can read from the first line, right? I say man, N, M, S. N means it's a noun, okay? So today we are going to learn some noun and also some adjective. Adjective is something to use to describe something like a good boy. Good is the adjective, okay? Assume you already know this. So N means noun, and M or F means male or female, okay? And S means singular, means only one. So today we are going to learn singular nouns and some adjectives. So any question? So another thing I want to spell out first is in Hebrew, when you use adjective to describe a noun, that adjective is always after the noun, okay? So like in English, unlike in English we say a good boy, but in Hebrew we kind of reverse the order. We say boy good, but it really means good boy. We say yellow tov, right? But it means a good boy in English. So we always put adjective after the noun, okay? And also since Hebrew noun has its gender, male or female. So when you put an adjective after the noun, it also needs to match the noun it describes. Like, yeah, if I want to say a good boy in Hebrew, we say Yeled Tov. And then we want to say a good girl, it becomes Yeled Yada Tova. Because Tov is a masculine adjective, and then Tova is a feminine adjective, okay? Or female adjective. So anytime you are not clear, just raise your hand. And today we only learn only about singular nouns and some adjectives. So don't worry about that too much. Any questions so far? Okay, let's just review the video.
אחת. שלום, אני בית. מה זה?
Okay, so she just said maze, right? So if you go to the first page, the left, the third to the left, can you find ma here? Means what? You find it, okay. Anyone cannot find it? Did you find? Did you find it? Ma means what? First you check where is what, and then the left. So that lady just says maze. So ma is what? Oh, by the way, there are 3 lines here. And the first line is the Hebrew word with a vowel. And the second line is the Hebrew word without a vowel. So I want you to gradually learn the Hebrew word without a vowel. Because actually vowel is not really part of the Hebrew language. It's invented to help people to learn pronunciation, but that's all. So from now on, I want you to gradually learn the real Hebrew word, the second line, okay? But it does take some time. So from the handout, you know, it's pronounced as ma or ma, means what. And the second word, ze, can you find it in the here? It's this. Pia means it's a pronoun, like this, that, he, she is a pronoun. And the pronoun also has its gender. So here it says it's a masculine singular. So what is maze? Maze just yes. Yeah, very good. So did you teach them before? Oh, okay. Maze means what is this?
זה איש.
So he says zeish. What does it mean? Zeish. Yes.
This is a boy.
This is a man.
This is a man.
Yes. So for ish, it's the first vocabulary here. You can find it, right? Ish. It says man. So man is man, of course, is a masculine, and the man is singular here. And next week we are going to learn plural.
איש. איש.
We know it's
איש. 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 מה זאת?
okay. So now the lady says mazot. What does this mean? Yes.
What is this in female?
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So so actually when you ask someone mazo or mazot, you need to distinguish between the gender. Okay. So that will be part of your practice. Very good, Mazot.
זאת אישה.
So she said Zot Isha. What is Isha? Yes.
Woman?
Yeah, woman. Very good. So I want to point out something. So if you check Isha with the vowel, you don't see that yod, right? But if you remove that vowel, you need to add a yod here to indicate it's Isha. I mean, do you see a difference?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So in the vowel form, there's no yod there. But in the real world, you need to add that yod there. And the woman is also a noun, feminine form. So since woman is feminine, so you need to match the corresponding pronoun, like you match with the corresponding adjective. So we say zot isha, we don't say ze isha, and we don't say zot ish, we say ze ish. Okay? Okay, very good.
אישה. אישה.
Isha.
אישה.
Isha.
אישה. 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 איש. אישה. מה זה? זה פר.
Very good. Yeah, par. So what is par? Par. Yes. Yeah, par is full. So you can pronounce either way is fine. You can add some sound par. Or you can just say par, it's okay. So in Middle Eastern region, people tend to add this sound with using the throat. But there are so many Jewish people that are moving back from around the world, moving back to Israel, and they come from different locations. They have different languages. So now either you say par or par, it's okay. Like the S is goat, right? But if you add the throat sound, it's reds. Then that's more like the Middle Eastern tongue. So par is a bull, very good. So okay, continue. Par is Mexican word. It's a bull, male bull.
פר.
Par.
פר. פר.
Par.
פר. איש. אישה. פר.
Very good.
מה זאת? זאת פרה. פרה.
Yeah, very good. So what is para? Yes. That's cow. Yeah, cow. Yeah, cow is a female. Very good. What did you say? Do you have any question? Para. Yeah, it's okay. Para 都可以。Oh, hi. So par is like male, and then you add hey in the end, and then change the vowel. You add r in the end, it becomes female form. So bull, par is bull, and then para is the female, becomes cow. So it's similar to ish and isha. When you add hey in the end of ish, and you put the vowel r in the end, it becomes a female form. So ish, isha, par, para. And if you have learned teacher, more, mora. So it's always usually it's you add a hey in the end, and you add a about us are. Okay. But there are exceptions. Although this is a useful rule, you can remember, but not try to memorize the rule only. Try to memorize the whole word because this is a language. We are learning language. We are not really learning the grammar, but a little grammar is helpful though. Okay, so now para, female.
Para. Para. Para.
Para.
Ish.
Okay.
Isha.
Par.
Par.
Para.
Para.
Para, very good.
Par. טוב. אישה.
Girl.
Yeah, very good.
טוב. פרה. טוב. איש.
The man.
יפה. מה זה?
Zeus.
זה סוס. סוס.
The Greek god. No.
סוס. סוס.
So can you find Sus in the handout? Yeah, the fifth one. Okay.
Oh, this is sus.
So Sus is a masculine form. But how do you say female horse? Yeah.
Like in Hebrew,
Uh-huh.
is that?
Yeah, very good. Uh-huh. Sometimes there's another set of rule, but in this case, it's just Susa.
סוס.
Uh-huh.
סוס. סוס. מה זה?
Okay.
זה חמור. חמור.
So what is Hamor?
Donkey.
Yeah, very good. So just under Sus is Hamor, okay? Can you find it in
Oh.
the handout?
Oh.
And donkey is also a masculine form. If you want to say female donkey, then it's Hamora. Just add hey in the end. Okay, let's continue.
זה חמור.
Hamor.
חמור. 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 סוס. חמור.
Uh-huh.
מה זה?
Kevis.
זה כבש. כבש.
So what is Keves?
Sheep. Yeah.
Very good. Oh, yeah, lamb also. So is Keves male or female?
Male.
Yeah, it's male. So how do you say female lamb?
Nevesha.
It's Kipsa. But it's okay. It's also like you add the hey in the end, but it's some vowel change. Don't worry about that.
כבש.
Just remember Keves is a noun.
כבש. כבש.
Uh-huh.
כבש. סוס. חמור. כבש.
Keves.
מה זאת?
Mazo.
זאת עז.
The vowel is actually S. So can you find S just
S.
under Keves?
Yes. Yeah.
So goat in its vowel sound is S. Everybody says S. Okay. So but this lady she is actually a missionary and she is Bible translator, so she learned those Middle Eastern tongues because she stayed in Israel for several years. And since she graduated from the linguistic department, so she's a kind of good at the language. But usually we don't have this kind of sound when we learn our language. So don't worry about adding reds. She actually add reds there.
I
Yeah, it's not as, it's as, so just pronounce as. So it's as, male or female? S is actually a female. So it's a exception, okay? So pay attention. S is a female noun. But even it's a male goat, we still usually just say it's as, okay? Although, but in the grammar, it's female term. So how do we say male goat in Hebrew? So just some, you don't need, we'll probably learn this later. But if you want to say, can you see this?
Yes.
So as Zahar. Zahar actually means male or masculine. And this is also a noun. So as Zahar means it's a male goat. But this is the feminine form. Okay, still feminine. So if we want to say a good male goat, we say as Zahar 头发。This page here, because this is feminine.
So
Yeah.
that means if we use even male, like as we use the female form adjective, right?
This is a noun, so it will not change the form with this. It is used to describe
Describe this is
as-
male, right?
and oh, thank you. So as is feminine, okay,
Okay.
and noun. And here Zahar is used to describe as. But but it does not change as still feminine. And usually when we put the
Adjective.
adjective, the adjective needs to match the noun here. Yeah.
Yes.
That is good. Oh,
Yeah,
it's different.
I like the right script. Yeah. It's okay.
I actually could write script. I could read script, but without.
I don't need to worry about this too much, just remember it. Okay, as it's feminine, remember, even it's a male goat, it's still feminine. Kind of odd.
عز
I.
عز
Right.
And
زوت عز
Feminine, so
عز
with zot.
عز عز سوس
Hamor.
حمور
Heves.
كبس عز عز كبس طوف
Yay.
سوس
Horse. The horse.
لو
Hello.
زي حمور سوس طوف
He didn't want to.
عز
In
طوف
as
حمور
donkey.
يافي
Uh-oh.
أيه هبار
So she said aye hapar. So can you find aye in the handout?
This is where. Where is
Yes.
the
Where?
Where is
Uh-huh.
the ball?
Yeah. Aye ha. Apart. Very good.
Hold on there.
So when you say where is something in Hebrew, you can say aye or afo in the beginning, and then you just add something. You don't need to say is or are. And ha means this is the something.
טוב.
Yeah.
איה הכבש.
Lamb. I'll go.
טוב. איה החמור.
Donkey.
לא, זאת עז. איה החמור.
Donkey. Donkey.
Yeah.
יפה. איה האישה.
The girl. The woman. Woman.
טוב.
Mrs.
איה הפרה. יפה.
Okay.
Oh.
איה האיש.
The boy. The man. The man.
טוב.
Jesus.
איה הסוס.
Horse. Horsey.
טוב.
Okay.
Boy.
איה החמור.
Go. Go.
טוב מאוד.
Yeah, the donkey.
פר גדול.
Big ball. Big ball.
פר גדול.
The other one's park cartoon.
פר קטון.
Okay.
Park cartoon.
So you can find gado on the handout.
Yes.
You see that big.
Yeah.
So gado is in its masculine form, okay? But if you want to describe something in the feminine form, it's gedola. Under it, gado, gedola. And then for the small, you can say either katon or katan. So katan is also okay. Both are used to describe masculine stuff. So yelet katan, yelet katon. But if you want to describe something feminine, maybe the lady isha, then isha ketana, yeah. So katan, ketana, or katon, ketana, okay.
Is Katon more like a biblical pronunciation
Um,
or Asian?
so both appear in the Bible, so both are okay.
But how about now, nowadays?
In modern Hebrew, if you say katon, they can understand, but I think most people say katan. And it's more regular because hear about this gado, gedola, you just add hey in the end, right? And then from the masculine to feminine form, both describe big. And then you have katan, ketana. It's more regular. But if you say katon, ketana, it's irregular. So that's why Hebrew has this change, the change from katon to katan. And both occur in the Bible. Okay. I just want to make sure you understand the video, so I just try to explain. So always the adjective occurs after the noun.
פר קטון.
Oh, katan, katan.
פר גדול. פר קטון.
Okay.
Cartoon.
סוס קטון.
Cartoon.
סוס קטון.
Cartoon.
סוס גדול.
Sus gato.
סוס גדול. סוס קטון. סוס גדול.
Oh, very good.
חמור קטון.
Amor katon.
חמור גדול.
To.
חמור קטון. חמור גדול. חמור קטון. חמור גדול. כבש גדול. כבש גדול, כבש קטון, כבש קטון, כבש גדול, כבש קטון, כבש קטון,
The small one.
טוב,
Okay.
Small one.
סוס גדול,
The big horse.
Very good.
טוב, כבש גדול,
The big sheep.
יפה, סוס קטון,
Horse.
טוב, פרה גדולה, פרה גדולה, פרה קטנה, פרה קטנה, פרה גדולה, פרה קטנה, עז קטנה,
Feminine form.
עז קטנה, עז גדולה, עז גדולה, עז קטנה, עז גדולה, אישה קטנה, אישה קטנה, אישה קטנה, אישה גדולה, אישה גדולה, אישה קטנה, אישה גדולה, איש קטון, איש קטון, איש גדול, איש גדול,
Go.
איה הפרה הקטנה?
The small cow.
טוב,
Where's your
איה הפרה הגדולה?
big cow? The big cow.
יפה. איה האישה הקטנה?
The young woman. The small woman.
טוב. איה העז הגדולה?
The big goat. The big goat.
לא, זאת עז קטנה. איה העז הגדולה?
The big goat. The big female goat.
טוב מאוד. איה האישה הגדולה?
You.
איה האיש הגדול?
The man. The big boy.
איש גדול. איש גדול. סוס גדול. סוס קטון. סוס קטון. סוס גדול. סוס גדול. סוס קטון.
You know what? That horse is actually small. The little one.
הסוס הזה קטון. הסוס הזה קטון.
So, what does it mean? Jesus haze? Yes.
The horse.
This horse. Sorry, I should mention this. Can you turn the page?
You guys remember Haish Habe?
Yes.
Haish Habe.
So for anything, if you want to make the specific, you add hey in the beginning of that word, like par is the bull, and then if you say hapar, it's the bull. Okay, the first line. So similarly, para is cow. If you want to say the cow, you say hapara. But how do you say this cow? here, this function is like an adjective, so you always put Z in after the noun. You put the Z also after the noun it describes. And here, Z also function like a adjective. So for any adjective, it needs to match the noun it describes. So you have a noun here, and you have a adjective here. And the gender must match. So we have par with gadol, right? Para gadola. And then the number also needs to match. And we'll talk about this next week. And also, if this is specific, you have hey in the beginning. You say the something, and then you need to add hey before adjective as well. So if I want to say a good car, how do I say a good car? A good car is haratova. But if I want to say the good car, it becomes yes. Haparahatova. So which is para is cow, right? Hapara, the cow. If I want to say the good cow, I need to say not only tova. I need to put hey in the beginning of tova. It's like the cow, the good. But it means the good cow, okay? So that's how in Hebrew we say this something. Like this lady, Aisha Hazot. Okay? Got it? So we have some example here. You can read the third line. This bull is Hapara Hazeh, and this cow is Hapara Hazot. So remember this and then, so need to match the noun it describes. And in Hebrew, adjective always follows the noun. So for a good cow is parato. Sorry, a good bull is parato, and then a good cow is paratova. I mentioned it in the So just as I said, the good cow is haparahatov, and then the good cow is haparahatova. So remember, adjective always follows the noun, and if the noun is specific, you have hey, then you need to add hey also to the beginning of the adjective. All right. Okay, I'll continue.
הסוס הזה
So Hazeh.
גדול. הסוס הזה גדול.
This horse is big. Okay.
הסוס הזה קטון.
This horse is small.
הסוס הזה גדול.
Which horse is big?
Yeah, Hasu Hazeh, this horse.
הפרה הזאת קטנה. הפרה הזאת
This cow is
קטנה. הפרה הזאת גדולה. הפרה הזאת
big.
גדולה. הכבש הזה גדול.
This lamb is big.
הכבש הזה קטון.
His name is small.
האישה הזאת קטנה. האישה הזאת קטנה. איה הפרה הגדולה? טוב. איה הפר הקטון? טוב. איה העז הקטנה? לא, זה חמור קטון. איה העז הקטנה? לא, זאת עז גדולה. איה העז הקטנה?
Go, 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 go.
טוב מאוד. איה הפר הגדול? יפה.
Is bull.
איה העז הגדולה?
The big goat. Go, go. The big goat.
לא, זאת עז קטנה.
Big goat.
איה העז הגדולה?
The big
יפה. איה הפרה הקטנה? טוב. איה החמור הגדול?
the big donkey.
טוב.
A.
איה העז הקטנה? יפה.
Time.
איה החמור הקטון?
The small goat.
טוב מאוד. שלום.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, so now let's talk about the simple sentences, okay? So still the second page. So if I want to say, I want to ask where is something, I say, yeah, Haisha, where is the woman? So should be easy, right? And then you have learned what is this maze or mazot, depending on the object we refer to. So if I point to this, I say maze, and table Johan is masculine, so I say maze. If I want to point to my cell phone, cell phone,
Muzzle.
actually it's quite easy. The Hebrew is telephone, also masculine. So I say maze, okay, because this is masculine.
How do you know it's masculine or feminine?
Huh?
How do you know if it's masculine or feminine?
Usually by memorize it.
So is
The
this
Chinese.
masculine or feminine?
This is masculine. If I point to my wife, actually I should not say my daughter. Daughter Isha. Okay. And then if you want to say this is something, I say they or those, depending on the noun it describes. So I say they machine. This is a computer. They thought television. Television is feminine form. Television, you heard about R in the end. So usually it indicates it's feminine, but not always. So S is also still feminine, although it does not end with H. So so television, and then the Lua. So just remember they also need to match the noun it describes. And then we have the part of this is a good car, good bull, sorry. So part of means good bull. Remember adjective always is after the noun. And then we have zot para tova. Why is it zot? Because para is feminine. And tova is also feminine form used to describe para. And then there's new thing here. How is this bull? Do you see that? in the handout. How is egg? You can find it in the front page. The next vocabulary, egg. Egg means how. This is not in the video. But I need to teach you this because of the homework. Egg means how. So how is this full? It's just changed to egg hapa haze. And how is this car? Egg hapara hazot. So if I ask, how is this full? Egg hapara haze. And then you answer, this full is good or this full is yes.
What about these?
This is about the homework. I'll about that later.
Are we, are we supposed to memorize it because we memorize it? You can memorize these names?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my question is like, for the sentences here, our question mark or the punctuation should be right or left for Hebrew one?
In Hebrew, actually, it does not use the question mark.
Oh.
It uses the
Then what
dot
about
in the
period?
middle. But here, because I need to put it in the Google Doc. So when you type Hebrew in the Google Doc, it will shift to the right to left. But it's very hard to read, so I just change to left to right. And then if I change that, the question mark will be in the end. So don't worry about that too much. Just remember, if there is a question mark, then it means it's a question, okay?
实际上是有的找。
实际上他们是用一点在，他们是用一点在中间代替问号，是他们不问号，那他们就要还是下面一点。但是有些现在他也会开始用问号在这边，那问号在左边，这边不得已的，因为他那个 Google Doc 不让我在那边。
When I wrote,
It's a Google Doc issue.
I wrote question mark with my Jewish friends, they understood. Yeah, they would not say, oh, you're doing this wrong. It's because they knew. You know, this just when you type in the Google format, this will become like that, so they knew.
Yeah, but don't worry about that too much, okay? So do you have any question about this sentence? If you don't see the English, can you translate correctly? That's my. I'll try to figure out. So if you have any question, that's me. Like the last sentence, right? Hapara hazot toba. So how do you translate this? So first hapara hazot, you know this means this cow, right? And the cow is feminine, so you have toba in the end. So that means this cow is good. But if I say for example, hapara ha toba hazot. Yes.
How do you know if it's a good cow?
You don't know, you just make it up. Maybe you are Joseph. Oh, Pharaoh. 7 good cows and 7 good. Okay. So let's talk about the homework. The assignment. So you have this page, right? Lesson 1 assignment.
Yes. Yes.
So just do it about 30 minutes a day. You don't need to spend a lot of time. As long as you practice, then that's okay. So you don't need to spend much time, and don't need to worry about you cannot memorize it very well. As long as you are continuing doing it, then that's okay. It's a learning language, so it's not really some kind of test. So for part 1, just watch the lesson 1 video once. Okay, just once is enough. And when you watch it, then read a lot following it. And if possible, you just referring to the handout at the same time. So when you memorize the word, not only the pronunciation, but also the spelling. Okay, here, the spelling. So just spend around maybe 15 minutes for the video. And for the second part, read aloud the lesson one handout. I think you just need to take 5 minutes for that. So first, for the first page for the vocabulary, first you just read this, and then you just see the meaning, right? When you read like ish, you see man, ish, isha, para, sus, amor, kevets, eds, gado, gedola, katon, katan, ketana, zezo, tova. And then it's not in the video, but actually the lady says tov here. So I just add tov and tova. Masculine and feminine form for good, okay? And those the lady actually also said yafe or yafe means beautiful for masculine. Huh? No. Yafe means beautiful. For feminine form is yafa, okay? Yafe, yafa. I also want to memorize this. And the ma is what? Aye square, and then we have the new question word for aye. Sorry, F. And then there are some additional Hebrew words I want you to learn because I think it's more related to you. Because for those sus and hamor, I don't think you have any horse or donkey at home, right? But you probably have some pets at home. So you want to learn.
What's that? You know, it's a bunny, there's a rabbit here. There is a rabbit. Where?
Oh, I remember that, but I remember that. Okay, I'll teach you that if you want to learn. So for the dog,
Where?
it's Caleb. Okay, you see that Caleb. And then Caleb is for dog,
Caleb.
masculine form. And for the cat, it's Hatul, also masculine form. And then Akbar is mouse, masculine. And then Tipo is bird, but Tipo is feminine, okay? It's an exception. Yes?
I memorize all of them. And can you just told me to like make them into weird thoughts so I do remember them?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
But yeah, the tool.
So when you read this, first time just read to the left line, okay? But second time, please cover this part. Cover the vowel part. And then you try to read without the vowel. Ish, isha, para, okay? So the first time with vowel, and the second time without vowel. Okay?
I'll try.
Okay. If you don't remember, just check. Okay. If you forget, just check. Don't worry about that too much. And then for the phrases and the simple sentences, please pay attention for the homework. Okay. So for this part, second part, B, for phrases and simple sentences, just read them twice, okay? But when you read, try to understand its meaning. Try to understand its translation, okay? But then part 3 is the major part for your homework. Part 3. Part 3 is a conversation exercise. When you do this exercise, you only need to take about 10 minutes each day. And then when you do this, you can also refer to the handout if you forget. You cannot remember, you can refer to the handout for the vocabulary, also for the phrases or sentences if you are not sure. And the first several times you can do it sequentially. But as you are more familiar with these words, you just do it randomly. What do I mean by this? That's another. So I'll demonstrate with NGI.
Kim.
So first A, I said is where is exercise. So one will ask the where is question, of course in Hebrew, and the other just point to the right picture. So if I say Aye ha'etz. But and then in the beginning you can do it in sequentially. So maybe I should say Aye ha'para. thing, and then it's her turn. So she just repeat the same question.
Ayah Haish.
So the question means the
Oh,
same
sorry,
thing.
Ayah Tara.
And then, yeah, and then I'll do the second part. What is this exercise? So I'll point to the picture and ask, what is this in Hebrew? And the other will answer the question. So for example, I'll, still same picture, right? So I'll just say, mazot,
Zot Para.
thing, yeah. And then it's her turn to ask me the same question.
Mother. Sorry.
Correct.
Mother.
Mazot,
I'm sorry, Mazot.
zot, para. Okay. And then we'll practice with the how. And for the second part, you can also add some adjective. So I want to learn 3 adjectives. Because we teach about good, beautiful, and big, for
Biggest.
picture, even small, for, yes.
Wait, what about other adjectives?
So I only require you practice with those known adjectives, but you know more, you can practice more without any problem. So when you answer, mazot, you can say, zot para gedola. Actually, you can say, zot para gedola ve'yafa ve'tova. But it's another issue. You can just, yeah, just say one adjective is okay. Did you teach them ve? And okay. So zot para tova ve'yafa ve'gedola means this is the good, beautiful, big house.
And small.
Okay, you can also say zot para gedola ve'ketana.
What? The light.
And a small cow.
What?
No, just kidding.
Middle cow.
Just kidding.
Use whatever the words you can.
And then for the how is this exercise? So I'll ask sorry. Sorry. Hapara hazot.
Para Hazot. Yafa.
Okay, yeah.
Ve.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful and
Ve.
small
Ra.
and
Ah.
bad. Very beautiful and small and
So
bad.
just 3 part of question, 3 part question, right? So the first part is yeah, where is the something, and then the second part is maze or mazot, depending on the object, and the third part is ha hara hazot or ha hasus haze. Okay, and then initially you can just use the same picture to run through all 3 kind of questions and do it vice versa. So you have partners, right? I think you do have partners who keep,
Except for
Melissa.
except Melissa.
Melissa, yeah, because they're going to pair up with siblings, right?
Yeah.
And the mom will
So
be.
Anthony will be the man. So you have brother and sister, you should have the partners. So Anthony and Meg, can you just demonstrate the homework for the conversation exercise? Oh, you have
Upgraded.
Okay. So you can do it randomly if you like. Just do the menu.
The first one is Mark, right?
First is the where question. Yeah.
Okay. I
Point to yeah. No. Point. Sorry.
Ayer zot hamor.
Yeah. Hamor.
Ayer ha hamor.
Yes. Thing. And then you add the question. Yeah. Something.
Ayer rat. This is
Rat?
No. Like how do you say
Not No, not the adjective.
One of these animals. 4 people.
Uh-huh. Yeah, very good. So you can do it randomly or
Fish.
uh-huh. And then the second part is math exercise, math or math. So US first. Now you need to point to a picture, right? And use the right this there also. So find a picture and ask.
My vote.
Uh-huh. And then you answer.
Goat.
Very good. Yeah. And then now it's your turn. Ask a question. Uh-huh.
Z.
Uh-huh.
Z.
弟兄
Then bar.
Google bar.
Then Akbar Katana. No, Katana.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So now how is question?
There.
F. So point to a picture. F Parahazot. How is this car? Uh-huh. And then you answer. He's asking how is this car? What's your
Go.
Parahazot? This car. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Uh-huh. So it's okay to make mistakes. Okay, so don't worry about that too much. So just practice this and help each other. Okay, and that's all. Any question? Okay. So that's about for today. I will pray for you. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for those young ones that they have this privilege to learn the original language. I pray for them that they really are joyful and they have their peace in mind. And they can work hard, but not too hard. You learn your word. I pray for these kids that in your love, and you give them wisdom, give them strength, give them joy, and they learn your word. They learn Hebrew. Heavenly Father, help them to learn language daily, that they have this diligence in them, that they know they learn Hebrew not for themselves, but for your glory, so that they may know you more deeply and better than me. I pray for them that they'll become better biblical scholars maybe someday. Because this generation will pass, but they are our next generation. And I just put them onto your hands. I know that you will always love them and lead them. I pray for them in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. Goodbye, Kasia.
How do you say have fun?
Nehenu.
Nehenu, have fun. Nehenu.
这件是手动的，谢谢就是回答，是吧？这里面，就是如果你们公司再见，就是当然。
这个可以吗？给这个
What about yeah, did
sorry.
I?